Hi, I'm Phyllis Smith, and thank you so much for purchasing this Alterations by Phyllis video tutorial download. Shortly, you're going to have all the answers to the questions of the subject at hand. You know, it may take a little bit of time, it may take a little bit of practice, but you can achieve mastery. You can do this, and I wish you every good luck. Well, now, isn't this a fun pair of chartreuse green pants, dating back to the 1970s, we believe, in the client. Vintage as this pair of pants is, would rather that the legs were more tapered, a little more stovepipe instead of flared. So I'll show you how to do that. Turn the pants inside out and let down the hem, which we've already done. Find the midpoint of the leg. Approximate where the knee would be by doing so. Flip it up to the crotch. Now you have your halfway point. Mark that halfway point with a pin. The measurement from the pin to the hem is 12 inches. Press the side seams flat up to and through that 12-inch mark. At the knee, the pants measure 10 1/4 inches across, from side seam to side seam. Down at the bottom hem, right along the crease line, the hem measures 10 3/4 inches. That means in order for these pants to be stovepipe shaped or completely straight from knee down through the hem, we need to take 1/4 inch off each seam. But let's taper it even more than that. Anywhere between 9 3/4 to 10 inches wide in this area will make a nice taper. I've marked the two 12-inch points at the knee. As well, I've marked in my 1/4 inch, or rather, I have now marked in more like 3/8 of an inch to almost half an inch in, because I just decided I feel like I'm going to like the look of that. So go by your instinct. Of course, you want to do exactly what your client desires too. Take a look at these markings. This is the 12-inch point. We've started from nothing and gone deep until we get to the hem, where we are at our narrowest. Then we kind of flare back. That's because when we fold back the hem, it needs to match up and not be too narrow for this area. So you need to have a gentle slope from this area here back. We've accomplished the same thing on the other side. 0, deep, a little flare back so that it matches. Now we're going to sew along those lines. See the new stitching line? We'll go ahead now and rip out the old stitching line. Once ripped out, we'll press all this flat. We'll trim it if we want. And we'll be nearly done. We'll just have to rehem. I'm going to use that handy dandy sleeve pressing board once again to press out these legs. Then go ahead and press it from the outside. We have accomplished the leg on the left, and you can see the subtle but noticeable difference. I like it. So would it surprise you to know that we have actually taken in each leg about 2 inches total? When we measure in between marks, we've got almost an inch here, and you know what would measure that on the other side. So what does it take to get a more radical taper? Well, you need to figure out exactly how much you want your pant to be tapered at the hem. When you know that magic number, then it's easier for the alteration specialist, or yourself if you're going to do this, because we know we are going to try it. When you know that number, it's easier to know just how much to taper and how much to chalk your lines. And when you arrive at that magic number, which is the difference between what it was and what you want it to be, you divide that number by 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Because when you're taking it in, you're not just taking it in here, you're actually doubling the amount you're taking in. So yeah, it's a little mathematical, but you can do this. Go about your desired hemming process. All right then, we're complete. Great job.